Early mail call, and I got a nice little card here from one of you, Joe. That came from you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and open it up. Alright. Okay. Got that goofball stuff out of the way. I couldn't resist. But it's really nice of you to send along something. Hopefully you're enjoying your gift. Alright. That's pretty cool. Of the new year, hopefully it'll all be a new experience for me. Oh, we got quite a bit of... It's pretty hefty. What is that, Joe? Alright. Friendly New Year greeting and a special line to say how much your kind thought added to a happy new year. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Okay. What do we got? What is this? Have to open it up. Wow. It is quite a letter. I'll have to let me read this and I'll get back to you. Just got done reading the letter and really awesome. This kind of stuff is super cool. There's quite a few pictures here, and I see. I want to thank you guys because this, I can't explain to you how much this has changed my life. This whole thing, this YouTube bit. It's so... I had no idea that it would ever turn into this. I started YouTube doing this stuff at BatJackJW as a total shot in the dark. Didn't even know what would come up of it. Never imagined coming up to 2 million views, going on for 3 years, next year, and it really has impacted my life in such a positive way. It's unbelievable. The kind of support I get, and most of all, the handful of people that I've met that are just, it's almost, I don't know how you explain it. It feels like it's weird. It's like you're more of you're a really good friend. We're all really good friends, but yet we've never actually met each other face to face. And I think it's just really interesting. For somebody like me that has never been into the computer thing or all this high-tech stuff, I'm just like, I mean, look at my phone, for Pete's sakes. But to have this connection with you all, it's amazing. It just means so much. And this vlog channel has been just awesome. I can't believe it provides me like this. I don't know, I've always been this person that has this drive to film stuff, do stuff, and this vlog thing has been amazing. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm really, it's for you guys, really. I do it for you, and it also provides a really cool aspect for me to connect with you guys. So it really is, and you guys know who you are. I appreciate that stuff. So this is really cool. I really appreciate that. This will go right in my safe, and I'm glad you enjoy what I sent you, because thank you, Joe. Yeah, they just keep coming. We got another Christmas card here from, and I believe this is from 454 Packer. So I think that's who he, I'm almost positive, so let's go ahead and check it out. I appreciate this, you guys, and I really it means this stuff means more to me than you may know. This is pretty amazing, and to have you guys here, that means a lot too. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, okay, yes. Cool. So that's Freddy. I guess I should have the glove, right? For Freddy. Wow, what a nice, what a beautiful dog. What a beautiful dog, man. All right. Hey, Bat Jack JW. All right. Merry Christmas and best wishes for the new year. This is, yep, that's Freddy. Okay. Born on Halloween and nicknamed after Freddy Krueger. Go figure, right? Okay. And wow, what a cool sticker. Like that. I like that. So, yes, this, that's neat. You know, by the way, this is one of my, I love this scene. It's such a great, great thing. So, appreciate it, you guys. This is amazing. Thank you very much. But I keep this stuff. I really do. And it's all together in its own little box. I have all the stuff that I've collected and all the people that I've met here, right here on YouTube. It's just been, it's amazing. Speaking of Freddy, working on the glove, constructing some stuff. I got a new back plate. Let me show it to you. I've enlarged the back plate and just kind of sketched this out real quick, and I actually hope that, yes, that's a pretty dirty glove. Yeah, okay, it does. It covers up quite a bit, and that's what I wanted, because the back plate is quite large on this glove. So, continuing on with today, and got the other piece here. Get the ash off of it. Annealing them. Still a little sticker right there. Might get rid of that. Well, I figured just turn the camera on, show you guys a little bit. This is my day off. This is just kind of stuff I do. Mess with this stuff. I've always enjoyed tinkering with things, and right now this is just kind of what I'm into. I go through phases and put this together. This is my 3/4 inch pipe right here. I put this together. Came up with this all on my own. Just going to the hardware store, my toy store, I guess. I love going to the hardware toy stores, looking at stuff I don't need to buy. Alright, got the finger part right here. Go ahead and put that on here. That's all about that perfect bend. You want to get that bend good, and when you anneal this to make it yeah, okay. You want to be able to bend it with your fingers as much as possible, and take this and just kind of tap, tap, and don't hammer your hand like I've done many times, too many times. Look at this. Almost. Okay, so what I've learned about doing this is this part, the back part of the finger stall, needs to be slightly bigger in diameter than the part that holds the blade. So I get my block of steel. This is really, I tell you, I've used this more than anything throughout the years of messing with guns and doing all that stuff. Put the pipe right here, set it right there on the top, and just, yep. That's how you get the flat finger stall. Okay, and I don't want too much of a bow. I want that to, if the inside of this right here has like a bump that goes forward into it, it doesn't work out. So after that, I take some pliers, my special jeweler pliers, and just kind of tinker with this a little bit. Okay, so these are the pliers. What's unique about them is they have no teeth on the inside, so they don't leave any marks. All right, look at this. Just kind of see. Okay. And you just really just eyeball this. Okay, and by widening it and making this part squared off, when you actually put it back on the pipe, you can see it fits really loose because now it has become larger than this. Thought about this. I could probably actually buy a piece of 1-inch pipe and work on that, and to make sure that this part does not have this kind of how this bows inward. That will affect having that. You want to leave this front lip right here not flattened, because it will affect the way that it hinges. Okay, so next is to create the index finger, or the front part of this part. Drawn up here, and what I do is I actually just take these and just kind of cut it out close to what I want, just like that. And now the other thing I found out is you want to cut on the inside of the marker, not on the outside. So it's kind of like just cutting out shapes with scissors, and when you're doing it with metal, reminds me of preschool or something, or first grade, or learning how to use scissors. I find that when you anneal this, it's easier to make these certain cuts that require curving, like these rounded areas here. Coming around to the back part of this. There we go. Just hit this with a Dremel. This is, to me, so cool the way the copper does this. It's really neat to watch annealing this sheet here. Look at that. I just love watching that. All this time trying to figure out how to age copper. Who would have, never would have thought to burn it. And of course, annealing it is the key to working and making this glove. You have to do this. It's really important, so that it all just kind of molds together. Look at that. I go to it's pretty much just charred, and you can actually almost see it turn red. There we go. Okay. Set that down. And the sheet metal. And there it is. Got it done today. I could have stalled it out and probably finished it tomorrow, but towards the end there, the build got the better of me and made me just want to complete it. So this one here is got it's definitely a little bit more red in the fingers. The stalls and the tips match. I did the stalls, everything separately. Each piece was painted separately. So blackened blades. And the reason also why I wanted to do this was because this is featuring the new 18 gauge the metal blades. So I wanted to see how those turn out. They do turn out good. I think 18 gauge is definitely the way to go. It's about as heavy as you want it, any heavier than this. I think now looking back at the 16 works, but it's a bit too heavy now thinking about this. Even now looking back at the one I made out of flat bar steel, boy, oh, that thing is a brute. This is the right, I think the right weight, everything for it to work. I've been there were some things on here that I wanted to work on and do. Need to resolder. Might need to resolder that. I don't know. Might be coming off the little lettering here, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It worked out pretty good. I just wanted to see how those the 16 gauge or the 18 gauge, sorry, the 18 gauge blades worked out, and looks out pretty good. So it's a little bit of a cleaner glove than the other ones, and what I mean by that is it's not quite as grungy, I guess you could say. But yeah, there you go. Took it over to my friend's place tonight to show him, and he just anyhow, really appreciate the Christmas cards, you guys. That's really nice of you to do. You know, the stuff I sent you, just stuff I wanted to give back to you all. Those of you that have the address, I have the address too, where to send this stuff. So, all right, let's talk about a movie and get out of here. And this movie is, I remember when it was coming out, I remember seeing the previews, and I really wanted to see it. Sean Penn is in it. I thought Sean Penn really just did a good job. And before I show you the movie, one of the lines he says in it, it's pretty good. He says, a cop that can't be bought is like a dog that has rabies. There's nothing you can do with it, just got to be put down. And the movie in question is called Gangster Squad. Gangster Squad, about Mickey Cohen. This has got Josh Brolin in it. That's James Brolin's son. I think Josh Brolin is actually, I like him as an actor. He's really pretty awesome. I originally saw him, first time I saw him really and got notice of him that he was pretty good was in No Country for Old Men. And yes, I know he was in like the Goonies and stuff like that, but I never watched that really as a kid. I know it's weird, right? But no, I've always liked Josh Brolin, and he's really good in this. He has a really awesome scene right away in the beginning. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert a little bit here. He's going in to go and rescue a dame, and busts in the room. Well, he loses his pistol in the elevator. And of course, why do I love this movie? Well, they got all these old school guns. They got revolvers and snub noses, and so he loses it in the elevator, goes in the room, and he puts his hand in his pocket, the classic stick 'em up, you know, with your hand in your pocket kind of deal. Always reminds me of the Three Stooges. And he says, hold it right there. And the guy says, I don't think you got anything. And he says, you want to find out? And he goes, yeah. And he whips out a knife or something. He comes at him. He opens his hand, or he takes his hand out of his pocket and goes, bang. And the guy laughs. And then this big fight breaks out. And it's pretty vicious. And Josh Brolin succeeds. Anyway, I really like that scene. So it's also got Nick Nolte in it. Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte is in it. I like Nick Nolte. I always have. He always just everything he's done I've really pretty much liked for the most part. I thought he was really good in Cape Fear. The 48 Hours and Another 48 Hours was pretty good. So, but I really liked him in Cape Fear. I thought he really did a really good job in it. But so. The other actor that's in it is Ryan Gosling. I'm not the biggest fan of his. I'll admit that right away. I don't really care for the guy. I wish, that's the only thing. It's like I wish it would have replaced him with somebody else. But it is overall, it's a decent movie. I think Sean Penn does a pretty darn good job portraying some stuff, and it's just a classic gangster thing. And then also it's got one of my favorite, I think, underrated actors. He's not really listed in the title. Robert Patrick. Robert Patrick is really cool. In case you guys don't know, he's the liquid metal guy from Terminator 2. That's kind of what everybody knows him for. I remember him in Die Hard 2 when he's one of the paint workers, the terrorists in there, and the guy comes walking up down the staircase thing, the escalator, and he goes, hey, he goes, I'm talking to you. What do I look like to you? And he turns around with the gun. He goes, a sitting duck. And he, of course, so, the other actor that's in it is Ryan Gosling. I'm not the biggest fan of his. I'll admit that right away. I don't really care for the guy. I wish, that's the only thing. It's like I wish it would have replaced him with somebody else. But But yeah, he's in it. He plays a really good role. He's Josh Brolin, I think, goes and finds him, and he's talking to him about getting. They're putting together a crew to go after Mickey Cohen, basically taking the gloves off and going at him the dirty way. And says, "I'm looking for a gun hand," and I think he knocks over a bottle off the table, and he says, "Well, what do you know? I happen to have one." And he carries a single action pistol. He's a true cowboy in it. Really awesome. I think there's a scene where they're shooting targets, and he throws his can up in the air and shoots it in the air. And he explains, he says, "Shoot where it's gonna be, not where it is." Kind of a cool role for him. I really like it. I won't spoil any more of the movie for you in case you want to see it, but I thought it was pretty good. I do like these types of movies. One of the ones I really like too is Public Enemies with Johnny Depp. That movie really made me like Johnny Depp. I didn't really care for Johnny Depp because I just kind of was like, you know, he's just that goofy pirate, and his whole like his pirate thing to me was just like, all it was a borrowed from his character from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, if you haven't seen that, which is basically just an adaptation of Hunter S. Thompson. So for me, it was hard to wrap my head around it. It was like, man, that's all he does. He's just this quirky pirate guy. But then when I saw Public Enemies, I realized that, man, you know what? Johnny Depp really can do some pretty multiple stuff, and I really got to liking him. And then I found out Johnny Depp is pro-gun. That was even better. And during the making of Public Enemies, he really liked the Thompson and how it worked. So that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for the Christmas cards, you guys. Really appreciate it. And yeah, check out Gangster Squad. It's not a bad movie.